This is one of my favorite types of photo shoots. These editorial, environmental type portraits showing somebody doing what they're passionate about. I first met Lizzie randomly outside. She was painting a mural on the side of a building, and I liked what she was painting, and she was wearing these paint-stained clothes and just looked kind of cool. So I walked up to her and just showed her some of my work and asked her if she'd be interested in some portraits sometime. She was really excited and said yes, so we planned a day for me to go in and shoot her working in her studio. Let's talk a little bit about the gear for this shoot. I shot the whole thing on my Sony a7 IV with a 50mm f1.2, and I also used my Fujifilm X100, and I alternated between both of them for B-roll and some photos, but I mostly shot B-roll on the X100 and I mostly shot photos on the Sony. I love the X100 for random candid shots like these. But for the more serious portrait work, I prefer full frame and a 50mm focal length, so most of the shots from this shoot were on the Sony and the 50mm. Lizzie's studio had some great natural light. There were two big windows that provided some good side lighting, and so pretty much all the candid stuff I just shot natural light, but then these more staged portraits, I brought my Profoto B10 with a big umbrella and a front diffuser, and that flash just gives me a little more control over my light. It adds a little catch light into Lizzie's eye. And so I balanced that with the natural light for these portraits, and I let the natural light coming in the window be my fill, and it lights up the background and the paintings, and then I bring in my light from the same direction as a key light. Then I can control those two ratios to kind of build the photo that I want. My plan for this shoot, and really any shoot like this, is to just let people get into their work, start doing that thing that they're passionate about, and I just kind of sit in the background and capture some candids and slowly work into getting them comfortable in front of the camera, and then maybe move into some of the more posed photos. And during this shoot, there were a couple times where I would talk and actually surprise Lizzie. She kind of forgot I was there because she was so in the zone painting, and that's really where I want people to get when I want these photos to look real and raw, and they're really just doing their process, and I'm trying to capture that.
I've painted my whole life. In high school, when I started climbing a lot more and spending more time outside, I started painting more landscapes. And my style actually started just kind of a bland version of what it is now. If you scroll all the way back on my Instagram, you can see like just super blocky, no layers, anything like that. So as I've gotten older and kind of like deepened my own connection with the outdoors, I feel like it's really just added these different layers to it. My own growth as a human in the outdoors has influenced my style a lot. How I view these spaces and how I want to communicate them to other people. It's obviously not realism. It's not supposed to be how these places look, it's supposed to be more how these places feel.
After some candid stuff, I told her whenever she was at a good breaking point to stop painting, and then we set up some of these more staged photos that I had in mind. And with these pose photos, same thing, I kind of start with what is probably most comfortable and then work into the more and more awkward stuff as they feel a little more comfortable in front of camera. So I'll start with these wider shots, full body shots, and slowly work into tighter and tighter framing and tighter headshots where the camera is going to be closer and closer to them, and they might feel awkward if you start out with that tight headshot and the camera's right here in front of their face. And with any of these posed photos I do, I normally tell my subject that I'm just testing. We have to get the light set and balanced, and don't worry about anything. You can just chat with me, don't worry about expressions, and just kind of do a few shots to get them a little comfortable, and then slowly ease into some guidance on posing or expression or something like that. Because when you just sit them down, everything's going to be a little stiff. So you just have to kind of get them to relax, get them to loosen up a bit, and then work into your posing. In preparation for this shoot, I did put together a small shot list. In case I ran out of ideas, I could refer back to this list and just kind of kickstart some creativity. But in general, for a shoot like this, I always want to capture a couple wider environmental type shots that show my subject in their environment with the thing that they love to do. And then I like getting a tighter headshot that focuses just on their face. Normally I'll try and get some sort of detail of their hands working, and then I add in any other small details. For this Lizzie shoot, some of her paint and her paintbrushes and her messy painted pants, like just those small details help tell that story. And then really anything else that catches my eye along the way could be added in. And for a shoot like this, I'm kind of shooting for 4 to 6 really good images that help tell that person's story. And I think we got that with this Lizzie shoot. I like these 6 that really kind of show what she does. So hit that subscribe button if you liked this video and you want to see some more behind the scenes photo shoots, or you want to see some of my other lighting tips, portrait tips, photography tips. That's all in this channel. Down in the description, I'm going to leave a link to some of Lizzie's work. Go check that out. And I hope to catch you guys in the next video. Thanks.